Hi, everybody. Okay, I just remembered I need to turn up the volume. Hi, that should be good. Okay, welcome. We haven't done a live video in a long time, or it feels like a long time. It's been over 2 weeks, and hold on, if this is not an earthquake. Oh, there, that's better. Okay, so you can tell by the background. Oh, I think I'm out of tea. Oh, I am. There's one sip. Not enough. Okay. Hi. Welcome. Let's get to the point. That way I don't bunny trail and get off topic. It is July 16th, Prime Day. I know on some portions of social media, I am seeing that there's massive strikes going on the first 3 hours of the shift. And good luck to those people. Good luck. 2, that there's some really big sales. Thank you, Amazon. 3, you will notice across my Twitter, Makeup University's Facebook page, that it is just post for Prime. There's a reason why, and this goes with the entire topic of today, and that is ask for help. Are you a person who asks for help? This has probably been in the year 2019, which has been a weird year. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's been a weird year. Like this rotator cuff tear, painful thing, it's still there. It's not debilitating pain, but it's definitely still there. So I've had to ask for help in just doing like I can't lift. Like this arm lifts, this one doesn't. So weird. The dog just came in. Hi. You've seen her picture on the blog. Okay, anywho, this entire Resolve Tuesday live video is about ask for help. I have a business coach, and she's like, you need to do an Enneagram, however you want to say it. And I did it, and she's like, you're a 3, you're a doer, you're a task person. And I am. And it really did kind of describe me very, very well. It was interesting. I've done the Kolbe test and the Enneagram, and the Kolbe test said I was a fast starter, and that's so true. If I get an idea, boom, I start doing it today, right now. I just had the idea. I've got to do it. There's no, I'm out of the gate like a racehorse. There's no sit and think about it. So when you hear the phrase, oh, shoot first, aim later. Yeah, that's me. So I'm telling you all this to just share my experience and encourage you to ask for help. And that if there's any part of you, oh, excuse me, the sleep is a whole other issue. I wanted to talk to you about asking for help because I'm not a person who asks for help. And in this season that I'm in right now, this next month going into August, it is such a time for me to ask for help. And I'm telling you, it has stretched my faith, my just personal growth to have to physically ask for help. And it's been a big learning curve, and I'm glad for it. Learning isn't easy all the time. So it's been about finding a way to gracefully ask for help. And that help could be help in an area you don't have an expertise in, help with anything in your life, help with direction, help with lifting something because you have a sore, torn rotator cuff. I think that society in general has gotten to a place where it is prized to be self-sufficient, a go-getter, a doer. I made it on my own. Frank Sinatra sang it best. I did it my way. I think there's definitely merit to go getting it. Like Jocko says, get some. But there comes a time and a place where you need help. And I'm at that place where I need help. I'm working on, so this is going to all tie into that Amazon Prime where you're like, wow, these are a lot of posts, like easily a dozen yesterday on all the channels that were specifically Amazon Prime affiliate links. Because On this end, I am working on a VR project. It's a VR documentary, like a teaching training project, and I need help. And fundraising, the nano budget or the micro budget, it's always about every single production is always about raising finance, getting distribution. It takes money. And here's the gap part, not gap insurance or gap funding. The gap is having development funds, having a way to have income while you are developing. And it's actually in production, and we have a trip for it coming up. So between the trip for the VR project, which needs development funds to travel to do the work, volunteered on the prayer team for Revival Harvest America, have to make another trip. On top of it is back to school, it is my son's birthday. There is just so much going on. I felt like instead of me stressing out and just really hard hitting seeking funding for these things, that I would do something different. And so I am healing my mind of the thought that it is digital begging. And I have just posted out lots of Amazon Prime affiliate links. When you click through that, anything that you shop for, I receive a commission on. Not just, oh, I clicked through for these Mega Food turmeric gummies. So this shoulder is so painful. It is swollen and hot and hurts. And personally, I don't like to keep taking an ibuprofen or a muscle relaxer or a pain medicine. I know that naturally turmeric helps with inflammation. So I bought turmeric gummies, and I'm going to talk about those in another video when they arrive. I got this from Natural Health Resources. Oh, let me grab my phone and look her up. She is just a beauty, and I stumbled onto her on the YouTubes, but I like her Instagram better. Hold on, I got to look it up. And she said, here she is. No, Natural Health Research. She's in Georgia. Natural Health. I might have to. Oh, there she is. Dr. Melissa. Dr. Melissa, Atlanta naturopath, functional medicine. Can you see her right there? Oh, she's just a cutie. And she was the one who was talking about use turmeric and use it in a gummy so that it's like a concentrated amount. And I would think I take like 4 a day to help the inflammation. If I can get the inflammation down, then the pain will go down. And it's just win-win without having to take synthetic medicine. So I'm not against medicine. I just feel like I want to try something else. And yes, when I do take ibuprofen, Walprofen, it does help, but then the pain comes back. So I'm trying something new. I'm telling a long story. I need to have lunch. When you see my affiliate link, Twitter, Facebook, and you click through the Mega Foods turmeric gummies, but you look at it and you're like, no, I'm not spending $30 on turmeric gummies when you could get like a bag of turmeric in the Mexican spice section at the Walmart for 88 cents. I get it. I just want to do it in the gummy form because just because. My point is, if you click over through my link, but you get to Amazon, you're like, I'm not buying these gummies. Then you're like, but I do want to buy toothpaste. Well, then I get a commission on whatever you put into your cart to purchase, though it came through my link. And if you didn't buy what the link was, whatever you purchase in your cart at the time, I get a penny, and I need the penny, and it's going to fund the VR trip at the end of this month. And then it is going to fund the volunteer trip next month, and it will contribute towards production. And so my long story is, it has been the biggest challenge for me. You're literally seeing me grow here to reach out and ask for help. And I have done GoFundMe's before, which is like a whole other version of digital begging. And I didn't even raise a tenth of what I had budgeted for. And I read Richard Bado's really good book on crowdsourcing versus crowdfunding. And that was an example of me asking for help. And I really think that that does work, but it goes back to the bigger picture of you need to build an audience. And just recently, I had signed up with like a internet video promo company to do video projects for them. You might have seen some of those on my Instagram. It's always on Instagram, which for me, my Instagram is just like a daily diary. It's like, this is my breakfast today. And it's for me. Twitter is all about the businesses and the films and the makeup work, blah. Oh, bing, Ned Ryerson. I deeply discounted my bridal makeup course because one of the ways that I could help raise funds for the other project was to deeply discount it. It is $15. Normally it's $99, and I just dropped that sucker down to $15 for volume. And thank you. There were about a dozen people who bought yesterday. I'm going to run that promo link one more time. I'll put it below in the comments. So that sale goes on through tonight. It was my Prime Day sale. The Prime Day sale was that I discounted DIY bridal makeup. It's available on teachable.com. You work on your own pace with your own products, and I just take you through every step if I was there doing your bridal makeup. That's $15 yesterday and today. I'll put that link on. This is me creatively trying to find ways to help the situation. So I guess I just really want you to take away, we are in such a new season. We are in such a different time that, especially as I transitioned from makeup artist, makeup business owner, makeup, into that long time, had been dormant for so long, passion for storytelling, producing content. You're watching me shift, and I feel like I'm glad for the growth. It definitely took a leap of faith to do it. So I just saw the timer. I didn't want this to be long. The takeaway from this is, like, I'll put it in the comments that you just fast forward to minute 12. It is so important right now in this season and this time that you take your own leap of faith, you ask for help as you do it, and that you take the risk that you've always been wanting and waiting to take. I encourage you, I love the saying, don't wait for all the stoplights to be green before you leave the house, because then you would never leave the house, right? So I was just seeing, I got to go back and watch it. Marie Forleo, I love her videos and talks, and her guest on this episode that she just released is an interior designer. And she said, go ahead and start before you're ready. And I definitely, again, agree. If you wait for everything to be perfectly aligned, if I waited till I had all of the funding needed to meet the budget to produce the content, I don't think I would have anything made. This year in 2019, so far, I've only made one, and it was a different type of collaborative project, Benjamin on Me Every Day. I'll put a link below because that's on Amazon Prime now. If you watch, I get a penny. Thank you so much. I need those pennies, and they all add up. My point is that I need to ask for help now to raise funds to fund the next project. It's a VR documentary, and it's really based on relationships and how virtual reality can help. I'm really passionate about virtual reality in education because I think that our current education system needs a major overhaul. And I think it's about wiping the slate clean and starting fresh again. Instead of, I just see with my experience with my son, I see us constantly trying to put a Band-Aid on it. Or maybe if we just rewrite this curriculum and we stitch it together, it'll be like new stuff. It's awful. And I read a really good article, Last Bunny Trail. I read a really good article a while back about the guy, and he's actually a guy in Arizona. Now find him. And that guy said he started the Common Core, which ruined education. But when he started it, that his goal was a way to measure. He saw that there was no way to measure the success of the teacher in the classroom or measure the learning of the child in the classroom. And so what started out as like a good intention went really sideways, and it just really ruined a generation of children who have gone through the Common Core process of education. And it's not. You're so busy testing and measuring that there's no time for conversation or creating or learning. So something that started out as good intention really backfired. And I don't remember what that bunny trail was about, other than the fact that sometimes you will see something and feel like, oh, that should change. And you have to have a leap of faith to have the voice to speak out about the need for change. And then watch how it develops, because that Common Core went sideways. And I don't know if that was the guy's intention. The article I read last year said that no, it never was his intention, and it just ballooned. The point being, you guys, ask for help. Let me know in the comments what it is that you're working on, what you're stepping out in faith in, and you need to do it now, because today is the 16th, July 16th. We are halfway through 2019. We are halfway through this month, meaning if you have any goal that you started January 1st, 2019, you have now come halfway. Let that sink in. Halfway. And that, I'm telling you, and I don't say this to be a jerk, I say this to encourage you to be mindful of the time, to be really diligent about your Google Calendar. I use both. I like a written calendar, and I sync it with my Google Calendar, and then I put it all on my phone. It's all organized, so I can strike a line through it. I love a list like that. My point is, I'm telling you, here in Arizona, we're back to school in 2 weeks. All I know is that, and other schools start in August. I think the back east schools start after Labor Day. That used to be a thing. It's not a thing here anymore. Where some of our districts in Arizona have already gone back to school. The rest of them are going back the very last week, July 29th being the first day. I know that the California schools are going back August 12th. So everybody's getting ready to go back to school. And here's how it goes, especially if you're a mama or if you're a parent, papa. Parents know that as soon as back to school happens, there's all the rush and hubbub of getting back to school, getting supplies, getting clothes, getting uniforms, getting the schedule, getting the lunches, blah, blah, blah. Goes back to school, Labor Day weekend. Woo! Got a break. It's a day, but it's a break. Oh, and then it becomes football season or sporting seasons. And we're not a sporty family. Like we don't do the team thing. We like to be team players, but we don't do a team. But my point is, watch. It goes, we're in the middle of July. Boom. Back to school. Boom. Labor Day weekend. Boom. Halloween. Oh, okay. Fall harvest. Fall festivals. Boom. Thanksgiving. Boom. Christmas. Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Whatever you do. Oh, hello, New Year's Eve. Hello. Let me be the bug in your ear that says it's not too late. You haven't missed it. If you haven't been working on those goals, then I encourage you to recommit today. Ask for help. This entire video was about ask for help, because you are midway through the midway month of the year 2019. And I like to operate more on the Hebraic calendar, meaning we are 3 months away from, not even 3 months. July, August, almost 3 months, like 2.5, 2 months and a week. Yeah, okay. So I go on both calendars, both the Hebraic on the Gregorian, but the Hebraic for me is first. So for me, I'm 9 months in, and I'm about to come upon that New Year 5780. And I'm telling you all of this. I'm gonna go eat lunch right now, so I stop rambling. But my point is, you guys, ask for help. Today is the day that you take control of what it is that you were working on, what you started back in January. You can finish and accomplish your goal come December 31st this year, but it's going to take action. And like Tony Robbins says, massive action. I love Tony's teachings, and I like Ed Mylett. And Ed Mylett right now, look on his Instagram, because he's doing a whole hashtag max out community where he's doing a big giveaway of time with him, like an hour personal one-on-one coaching with him. I was like, oh, I should enter that. Anywho, point being, now's the time. Today's the day. Check back in on your goals and make sure you take massive action right now, today. Do the scary stuff. Do it scared. Just get it done, because it'll go like cling, and it'll be December 31st. I tell you what. Ask for help. Let me know in the comments what it is that you're working on. What do you need help with? Because you know what? Our community is so amazing. You might ask for help with something and put it in the comments, and somebody will read it and say, oh, use this link. Oh, ask this person. Oh, that was my final thought. I'm going to wrap this up right now. Part of asking for help, like I got a business coach, like a one-on-one, we meet weekly business coach, and it's been totally transformative. And I have made more progress in the past 30 days, 4 sessions of working with her, than I have in quite some time. I know that from the Hollis Co., Miss Rachel, she mentioned a story about how everybody told her, get a coach, and she didn't know anybody, or it was so expensive for her. That's okay. That's okay. Because I mentioned Tony Robbins and I mentioned Ed Mylett. By the way, they have so much free content online. And if you don't want to do that online, they have books. So you could go all the way back. Jim Rohn is so powerful. Why don't you just start with the book, As a Man Thinketh? Amazon Prime. Use my link. The point is, ask for help. And you're like, I can't afford a coach. That's okay, because you can get that book from the library. Check out for free. There's always an answer if you look for it. Okay, this got long. I hope this encouraged you. Remember, Resolve Tuesday is all about sticking to those goals that happened back in January. So come December 31st, when you're sipping that champagne, that you feel totally satisfied that you have resolved your goals, accomplished what you set out to do, and you have personal victory. And I'm here to be your champion and your cheerleader. It's time for lunch. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Cheryl Lynn. This is Makeup University. And remember, you look really gorgeous today. All right. With that, I'm going to sign off. Bye, guys.